How often do you find yourself saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'm just not ready yet"? Excuses are the chains that hold us back from reaching our potential, and we've all made them. But here's the truth. Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It rewards those who take action, even when it's uncomfortable. In No Excuses, Just Do It, we'll uncover how to break free from procrastination, silence self-doubt, and push past the fear that keeps you stuck. This audiobook isn't about overthinking. It's about taking bold, decisive steps toward your goals and creating the life you've always dreamed of. If you're ready to leave excuses behind and unlock your true potential, let's get started. Chapter 1. Breaking Free from Excuses. Excuses are something we all make, often without even realizing it. They feel like a way to protect ourselves from failure or discomfort, but in reality, they're the biggest obstacles to our success. Excuses give us a reason to stay in our comfort zones and avoid challenges. The first step to breaking free from excuses is understanding what they really are. Mental barriers we create to avoid taking action. Once you recognize that excuses are self-imposed, you can begin to overcome them. One of the most common excuses is, "I don't have time." But the truth is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's not about how much time you have, it's about how you choose to spend it. Instead of saying you don't have time, ask yourself, how can I make time for what matters? Breaking free from this excuse starts with prioritizing your goals and eliminating distractions. Small changes, like cutting back on social media or waking up earlier, can create space for meaningful action. Another excuse people often make is, "I'm not ready." This excuse stems from fear of failing, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. The truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready to start something new. The key is to take action anyway. Start small, even if you feel uncertain. Every step you take builds confidence and gets you closer to your goals. Remember, action creates readiness, not the other way around. Excuses also come from self-doubt. Thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "What if I fail?" can paralyze you and keep you from trying. Breaking free from these excuses requires shifting your mindset. Instead of focusing on why you can't do something, focus on what you can do. Replace negative self-talk with empowering statements like, "I'm capable of learning," or "Every attempt is a step forward." Confidence grows with every small victory, and the more you try, the less excuses will hold you back. Accountability is another powerful tool for overcoming excuses. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor, who can support and encourage you. When you know someone else is watching your progress, you're more likely to stay committed. Accountability helps you stay focused and pushes you to take action, even when excuses start to creep in. Breaking free from excuses isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest with yourself. Take a moment to reflect on the excuses you've been making and ask yourself, are these helping me or holding me back? Recognizing excuses for what they are is the first step toward letting them go. When you stop hiding behind excuses and start taking responsibility for your actions, you'll unlock a new level of growth and potential. Chapter 2. The Power of Taking Action. Taking action is the most important step toward achieving your goals and dreams. While planning and thinking are essential, they mean little without action. You can have the best ideas or intentions, but if you don't take steps to bring them to life, they remain just that, ideas. Action is what transforms your vision into reality and gives momentum to your efforts. This chapter explores why taking action is so powerful and how to make it a habit in your life. One of the biggest benefits of taking action is that it builds confidence. When you take even small steps toward a goal, you prove to yourself that progress is possible. Each action, no matter how small, becomes evidence of your ability to create change. Confidence doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from showing yourself that you can handle challenges and move forward. Action also creates clarity. Many people delay starting something because they feel uncertain or don't know all the answers. But the truth is, clarity often comes after you take the first step, not before. For example, starting a new project may reveal solutions or ideas you couldn't have predicted beforehand. Taking action helps you figure things out as you go, making uncertainty less intimidating. Another powerful aspect of action is that it builds momentum. The first step is often the hardest, but once you start moving, it becomes easier to keep going. Think of it like pushing a car. Getting it to move takes effort, but once it's rolling, it requires less energy to maintain. Similarly, action creates momentum that propels you toward your goals. Every step forward makes the next one feel more achievable. Action also silences fear and overthinking. When you're stuck in your head, fear can paralyze you and prevent you from moving forward. But taking action shifts your focus from worry to productivity. Even small actions can reduce anxiety by giving you a sense of control. Fear thrives on inaction, but when you take steps toward your goals, you weaken its hold on you. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to action, but it's often rooted in the idea that we need to feel motivated before we start. The reality is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. For example, starting a workout often leads to feeling more energized, even if you didn't feel like exercising beforehand. The act of starting builds the motivation to keep going. To harness the power of taking action, start with small, manageable steps. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin. Focus on what you can do today, even if it feels insignificant. Over time, these small actions add up to big results. Remember, progress is better than perfection, and every step counts. Accountability can also help you take consistent action. Share your goals with someone who can encourage and hold you accountable. Knowing that someone is rooting for you can provide the push you need to stay on track. Accountability turns your intentions into commitments, making it harder to let excuses or distractions take over. Finally, celebrate your actions, no matter how small. Acknowledge the effort you're putting in and take pride in your progress. Celebrating your wins reinforces the habit of taking action and motivates you to keep moving forward. Each step you take brings you closer to your goals, and that's something to be proud of. The power of taking action lies in its ability to create change, build confidence, and overcome fear. Action is what separates dreamers from achievers and turns potential into reality. By making action a consistent part of your life, you unlock the ability to grow, succeed, and create the life you've always wanted. Remember, the only way to make progress is to take that first step. So start now. Chapter 3. Overcoming Fear and Procrastination. Fear and procrastination are two of the biggest barriers to achieving success and personal growth. Fear paralyzes you, making even the smallest steps forward feel impossible, while procrastination convinces you that there's always later to take action. Together, they create a cycle of inaction that keeps you stuck. This chapter will explore how to understand and overcome these obstacles so you can break free and move confidently toward your goals. The first step in overcoming fear is recognizing its root cause. Fear often stems from uncertainty, failure, or judgment. You might be afraid of making mistakes, being criticized, or facing the unknown. However, fear is rarely as powerful as it seems. Most fears are exaggerated in your mind and lose their grip when you confront them. Start by identifying what you're truly afraid of and questioning its validity. Often, you'll realize that the fear isn't as daunting as you thought. Procrastination, on the other hand, is often fueled by perfectionism and avoidance. You might delay taking action because you're waiting for the perfect time or feel overwhelmed by the task at hand. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting only makes the task seem more intimidating. The key to overcoming procrastination is starting small. Break tasks into tiny, manageable steps and focus on completing just one at a time. Action creates momentum and reduces the mental barrier to starting. One powerful way to overcome both fear and procrastination is to focus on your why. Remind yourself of the bigger picture, why you're pursuing this goal and what it means to you. When your purpose is clear, it becomes easier to push past fear and excuses. Fear may still be present, but your commitment to your goals will give you the courage to act despite it. Mindfulness is another tool for tackling fear and procrastination. Often, fear and procrastination thrive because your mind is racing with worries about the future or regrets about the past. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay present and focused on the task at hand. By bringing your attention to the here and now, you can quiet the noise of fear and find clarity. Creating a plan can also help you overcome procrastination and reduce fear. Uncertainty often feeds fear, but having a clear roadmap makes challenges feel more manageable. Write down your goals, break them into actionable steps, and set deadlines. A plan gives you structure and eliminates the excuse of not knowing where to start. Accountability can be a game changer when dealing with fear and procrastination. Share your goals with someone who can encourage you and hold you accountable. Knowing that someone is invested in your progress can motivate you to take action, even when you feel hesitant. Accountability adds an extra layer of commitment that pushes you forward. Self-compassion is essential when overcoming fear and procrastination. Be kind to yourself when you struggle or make mistakes. Fear and procrastination are normal parts of growth, and beating yourself up only makes them worse. Instead, acknowledge your efforts and celebrate small wins. Self-compassion keeps you motivated and helps you bounce back quickly. Visualizing success is another powerful technique. Picture yourself overcoming fear, completing the task you've been procrastinating on, and enjoying the rewards of your efforts. Visualization trains your mind to focus on the positive outcome rather than the obstacles, making it easier to take the first step. Building momentum is key to breaking the cycle of fear and procrastination. Start with small, easy actions to build confidence and a sense of accomplishment. For example, if you're afraid of starting a big project, commit to working on it for just 10 minutes. Once you start, you'll often find it easier to keep going. Momentum turns hesitation into progress. Finally, remember that fear and procrastination lose their power when you take action. The more you confront your fears and tackle tasks, the less intimidating they become. Each step forward strengthens your confidence and weakens the hold of fear and procrastination. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, so embrace the discomfort and trust in your ability to succeed. You're stronger than you think. Chapter 4. Building a results-oriented mindset. A results-oriented mindset is about focusing on outcomes and taking intentional actions to achieve your goals. It's the mindset that prioritizes progress over perfection and values consistent effort over empty promises. Developing this way of thinking can dramatically improve your productivity, motivation, and success. In this chapter, we'll explore what it means to have a results-oriented mindset and how to cultivate it in your daily life. The first step to building a results-oriented mindset is defining clear goals. Without clear objectives, it's easy to drift aimlessly or waste time on activities that don't move you forward. Take time to identify what you want to achieve and be specific about your goals. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," say, "I want to exercise for 30 minutes, 5 days a week." Clarity creates focus and sets the foundation for measurable results. Once you have clear goals, prioritize your actions based on what will have the greatest impact. Not all tasks are created equal. Some contribute significantly to your goals, while others are distractions. Use tools like the 80-20 rule, Pareto principle, which states that 80% of your results often come from 20% of your efforts. Focus on the actions that yield the highest returns and let go of unnecessary tasks. A results-oriented mindset requires embracing accountability. Take responsibility for your progress and avoid blaming external factors for setbacks. If something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I do differently? Owning your actions and outcomes empowers you to make adjustments and keep moving forward. Tracking your progress is essential for staying results-oriented. Regularly monitor your efforts and evaluate whether they're bringing you closer to your goals. Use tools like journals, apps, or spreadsheets to measure your achievements. Seeing tangible progress boosts motivation and helps you stay committed to your vision. One of the biggest shifts in a results-oriented mindset is focusing on solutions, not problems. When obstacles arise, don't dwell on what's wrong. Instead, look for ways to overcome them. Ask yourself questions like, what's the next step I can take? Or, how can I turn this challenge into an opportunity? This mindset keeps you proactive and focused on moving forward. Avoid perfectionism, as it can be a major roadblock to achieving results. A results-oriented mindset values progress over perfection. It's better to take imperfect action than to wait for the perfect moment that may never come. Remember, small steps add up over time, and consistent effort beats flawless execution every time. Another key to building a results-oriented mindset is learning to say no. Distractions and unnecessary commitments can pull you away from your goals. Protect your time and energy by prioritizing what matters most. Saying no to tasks that don't align with your objectives allows you to focus on actions that produce meaningful results. Resilience is an important trait of a results-oriented mindset. Setbacks and failures are inevitable, but how you respond to them matters. Instead of giving up, view setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Resilience keeps you motivated and ensures that temporary challenges don't derail your progress. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people can enhance your results-oriented mindset. Seek out individuals who share your drive for success and can provide encouragement and accountability. Positive influences inspire you to stay focused and committed to your goals, while negative influences can hinder your progress. Time management is another critical element of a results-oriented mindset. Organize your day around high-impact activities and minimize distractions. Tools like time blocking, prioritization, and task batching can help you make the most of your time. When you manage your time effectively, you create space for consistent action toward your goals. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. A results-oriented mindset thrives on recognizing progress and using it as motivation to keep going. Celebrating milestones reinforces the value of your efforts and reminds you of how far you've come. Each success, big or small, builds momentum and confidence. Finally, adopting a results-oriented mindset means committing to continuous improvement. Even when you achieve your goals, look for ways to grow and refine your approach. A results-oriented mindset isn't just about achieving outcomes. It's about becoming someone who consistently pursues growth, excellence, and progress. By focusing on results and aligning your actions with your vision, you can achieve incredible things. Chapter 5. The Discipline Advantage. Discipline is the cornerstone of long-term success. It's the ability to stay focused, committed, and consistent in your efforts, even when motivation fades or challenges arise. While motivation is fleeting and unpredictable, discipline ensures you take action regardless of how you feel. In this chapter, we'll explore why discipline is a powerful advantage and how to develop it to achieve your goals. The first advantage of discipline is that it creates consistency. Success isn't about one big effort. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work. Whether it's exercising regularly, learning a new skill, or working on a project, discipline helps you maintain steady progress over time. Small, consistent actions compound into significant results. Discipline builds trust in yourself. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you're capable of staying on track. This self-trust boosts your confidence and reduces self-doubt. Each time you honor your commitments, you reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Another key advantage of discipline is that it eliminates reliance on motivation. Motivation is great when it's present, but it often comes and goes. Discipline ensures that you take action even on days when you don't feel motivated. By creating routines and habits, you make action automatic, reducing the need to rely on fleeting emotions. Discipline also helps you prioritize what matters most. Life is full of distractions and competing demands, but discipline allows you to focus on actions that align with your goals. It's the ability to say no to short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards. Discipline helps you stay true to your vision, even when other options seem easier or more appealing. Building discipline strengthens your ability to handle discomfort. Growth often requires stepping outside your comfort zone and doing things that are difficult or inconvenient. Discipline trains you to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of progress. Over time, what once felt challenging becomes manageable and your resilience grows. Another advantage of discipline is that it saves time and energy. When you have a disciplined routine, you don't waste mental energy deciding whether or not to take action. For example, if you've committed to working out every morning, you eliminate the daily debate of whether to exercise. Discipline streamlines your decision-making process, leaving you with more energy for meaningful work. Discipline also helps you overcome procrastination. By committing to action regardless of how you feel, you break the cycle of delay and hesitation. When you take the first step, no matter how small, you build momentum and make it easier to keep going. Discipline ensures that you start, even when it feels difficult. Resilience is another benefit of discipline. When you're disciplined, you're better equipped to handle setbacks and challenges. Instead of giving up when things get tough, you stay committed to your goals. Discipline keeps you moving forward, even when progress feels slow or obstacles arise. Discipline is closely tied to building habits. When you repeat an action consistently, it becomes a habit, reducing the effort required to maintain it. For example, if you commit to writing for 30 minutes every day, it eventually becomes a natural part of your routine. Habits built through discipline free up mental energy for other areas of growth. Another powerful aspect of discipline is that it inspires others. People notice when you're consistent and committed, and your discipline can motivate those around you to take action in their own lives. By leading through example, you create a ripple effect of positivity and productivity. Discipline fosters self-control, which is essential for making decisions aligned with your long-term goals. It helps you resist impulsive choices or distractions that might derail your progress. This self-control allows you to stay focused and make choices that support your vision, even when faced with temptation. Time management improves with discipline. When you're disciplined, you structure your time intentionally and use it effectively. You're less likely to waste time on unproductive activities and more likely to focus on tasks that drive results. Discipline ensures that your time is spent in alignment with your goals. Discipline also builds mental toughness. When you practice discipline, you train your mind to stay focused and push through challenges. Mental toughness helps you stay resilient in the face of setbacks and maintain a positive attitude, even when the journey is difficult. This toughness is a key factor in achieving lasting success. Celebrating small wins reinforces discipline. Each time you achieve a milestone, no matter how small, you create a positive feedback loop that motivates you to keep going. Celebrating your progress reminds you of the benefits of staying disciplined and strengthens your commitment to your goals. Ultimately, discipline is the bridge between your goals and your results. It's the ability to take consistent action, prioritize what matters, and stay committed even when the journey is tough. By cultivating discipline, you unlock the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. It's not always easy, but the rewards are worth it, because discipline isn't just an advantage, it's the foundation of success. Chapter 6. Turning Obstacles into Opportunities. Obstacles are a natural part of life, but how you approach them determines whether they hold you back or push you forward. While challenges may seem like roadblocks at first, they often carry hidden opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. This chapter explores how to reframe obstacles, find opportunities within them, and use them as stepping stones to success. The first step in turning obstacles into opportunities is shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as failures or reasons to give up, see them as opportunities to learn and improve. Ask yourself, what can I gain from this situation? Or, how can this make me stronger? A positive perspective transforms obstacles into valuable experiences. Obstacles often teach lessons that success cannot. They reveal weaknesses, blind spots, or areas for improvement that you might not have noticed otherwise. For example, struggling with a task might highlight a skill you need to develop. By embracing obstacles as teachers, you can grow in ways that success alone wouldn't allow. Adapting to obstacles builds resilience. Life rarely goes as planned, and being able to adjust to unexpected challenges is a critical skill. When an obstacle arises, consider alternative paths or creative solutions. Flexibility allows you to keep moving forward, even when your original plan isn't working. One of the most powerful tools for turning obstacles into opportunities is reframing. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on what's possible. For example, losing a job might feel devastating at first, but it could also be an opportunity to explore a new career or start your own business. Reframing helps you see challenges in a more empowering light. Obstacles often force you to think outside the box. When the usual methods don't work, you're pushed to find innovative solutions. Some of the greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were born out of obstacles. By approaching challenges with curiosity and creativity, you can discover new ways of solving problems. Obstacles also provide opportunities for personal growth. Facing challenges requires courage, determination, and self-awareness. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you build confidence in your abilities and strengthen your character. The process of overcoming challenges shapes you into a more resilient and capable person. Collaboration can help turn obstacles into opportunities. When you face a challenge, seeking advice or support from others can provide new perspectives and solutions. Working with others not only helps you overcome obstacles, but also fosters relationships and teamwork. Sometimes, The best ideas come from shared efforts. Obstacles can also help you clarify your goals. When you encounter resistance, it forces you to question how much you truly want to achieve something. If the goal is meaningful enough, you'll find ways to push through the challenge. This process of recommitting to your goals strengthens your motivation and focus. Practicing gratitude during difficult times can shift your perspective and uncover hidden opportunities. Instead of dwelling on what's going wrong, focus on what you still have and what you're learning. Gratitude helps you maintain a positive outlook and see the potential for growth in every situation. Obstacles often reveal your strengths. When you're forced to confront challenges, you discover abilities and qualities you didn't realize you had. For instance, solving a tough problem might uncover your creativity, persistence, or leadership skills. These strengths become valuable tools for future success. Taking action, even in the face of obstacles, is crucial for finding opportunities. Inaction often magnifies challenges, making them seem more intimidating. By taking small steps toward a solution, you gain momentum and build confidence. Action turns obstacles into manageable tasks rather than overwhelming barriers. Obstacles can inspire you to set new priorities. Sometimes, a challenge forces you to re-evaluate what's most important in your life or work. For example, a financial setback might prompt you to focus on building savings or improving your financial literacy. Obstacles have a way of redirecting you toward what truly matters. Learning from obstacles creates lasting wisdom. Each challenge you overcome adds to your experience and knowledge, making you better prepared for future difficulties. The lessons you gain from obstacles become part of your toolkit, enabling you to face new challenges with greater confidence and skill. Obstacles are opportunities to practice patience and perseverance. Growth takes time, and challenges often test your ability to stay committed. By sticking with your efforts, even when progress is slow, you build mental toughness and the ability to see things through to the end. Perseverance ensures that obstacles don't stop you, they propel you forward. Ultimately, obstacles are not the end of the road, they're part of the journey. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, adapt, and become stronger. By reframing obstacles, finding the lessons within them, and taking action, you can transform setbacks into stepping stones. Remember, the path to success is rarely smooth, but every obstacle you overcome brings you closer to achieving your goals. Embrace the process and trust that even the toughest challenges can lead to incredible opportunities. Chapter 7. Small Steps, Big Wins. Success often feels like a mountain too tall to climb, but it's not about taking one giant leap. It's about taking small, consistent steps that build momentum over time. This chapter explores the power of small actions, how they lead to big results, and why breaking your goals into manageable pieces can transform your journey to success. Big goals can feel overwhelming, and that's often why people procrastinate or give up before they even start. Breaking your goals into smaller steps makes them less intimidating and easier to tackle. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the task, focus on what you can do today. Small steps give you a sense of control and make progress feel achievable. Small steps build momentum. Taking one action, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect that leads to more actions. For example, committing to writing for just 10 minutes a day can grow into hours of productive work over weeks. Momentum makes it easier to keep going, and over time, those small actions add up to significant progress. Consistency is the secret ingredient to turning small steps into big wins. It's not about doing a lot all at once, it's about doing a little every day. Imagine planting a seed. Watering it once won't yield results, but consistent care over time will help it grow. Similarly, consistent small actions lead to sustainable success. Small steps also build confidence. Each time you complete a small task, you prove to yourself that progress is possible. This reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Confidence grows with every small win, making you more likely to take on bigger challenges. Small steps give you the courage to aim higher. Another benefit of small steps is that they reduce the fear of failure. When you aim for small, manageable actions, the stakes feel lower, and the fear of making mistakes diminishes. This encourages you to experiment, learn, and take risks without feeling overwhelmed. Each small success reinforces the idea that failure isn't something to fear. It's a stepping stone. Breaking goals into small steps helps you stay focused. When you concentrate on completing one task at a time, you avoid feeling scattered or distracted. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, focusing on drinking more water today or taking a short walk is more effective than worrying about the entire process. Focus simplifies the journey. Small steps make even the loftiest goals realistic. Want to write a book? Start by writing a single page each day. Want to run a marathon? Begin with a 5-minute jog. Small, actionable steps create a clear path toward your larger vision, turning the impossible into something achievable. Progress through small steps creates positive reinforcement. Each time you complete a step, you feel a sense of accomplishment. This releases dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, which motivates you to keep going. Positive reinforcement makes the process enjoyable, helping you stay committed to your goals. Small steps are manageable, even during busy or challenging times. Life is unpredictable, and it's easy to let big goals fall by the wayside when you're overwhelmed. Small steps, however, can fit into any schedule, whether it's reading one page of a book or spending 5 minutes brainstorming ideas. Small actions keep you moving forward. Small steps also allow room for flexibility. If one approach doesn't work, you can easily adjust without losing momentum. For instance, if a workout routine feels too demanding, you can scale it back to something simpler. Flexibility ensures that small steps remain adaptable to your needs and circumstances. Over time, small steps create habits. Repeating small actions consistently turns them into automatic behaviors. For example, brushing your teeth every morning is a habit formed through small, repeated actions. Building habits through small steps eliminates the need for constant willpower, making progress feel effortless. Small steps help you focus on the process rather than the outcome. While having a big goal is important, the journey to achieving it is where growth happens. When you focus on small steps, you stay engaged with the present moment and enjoy the process of improvement. This approach reduces stress and keeps you motivated. Small steps also encourage mindfulness. Taking one deliberate action at a time helps you stay present and appreciate your progress. Instead of rushing to complete everything at once, you learn to value the incremental progress you're making. Mindfulness enhances the experience and keeps you grounded. Celebrating small wins along the way is crucial for maintaining motivation. Each step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. For example, if your goal is to start a business, celebrate milestones like brainstorming your first idea or creating a logo. Acknowledging progress reinforces your commitment and keeps you inspired. Small steps teach you patience and persistence. Success rarely happens overnight, and small actions remind you that growth takes time. By focusing on steady progress, you build the resilience needed to stay the course. Patience ensures that you don't give up when results take longer than expected. Small steps often lead to unexpected opportunities. When you take consistent action, you open doors that you might not have anticipated. For example, reaching out to one person in your network could lead to a new collaboration or job opportunity. Small steps create connections and possibilities that fuel your journey. Finally, small steps are sustainable. Big changes can feel overwhelming and hard to maintain, but small adjustments are easier to stick with. Whether it's improving your diet, learning a new skill, or working toward a career goal, small steps create a foundation for long-term success. Sustainability ensures that your progress lasts. In the end, small steps lead to big wins because they build momentum, consistency, and confidence. They simplify the journey, make goals manageable, and create habits that support long-term growth. By focusing on what you can do today and staying committed to small, purposeful actions, you'll achieve results that once felt out of reach. Remember, success isn't about giant leaps. It's about taking one small step at a time. Chapter 8. Focus and Consistency. Focus and consistency are the twin pillars of success. While focus allows you to channel your energy toward the tasks and goals that truly matter, consistency ensures that you keep showing up even when motivation wanes. Together, they create a powerful framework for achieving your dreams and building the life you want. This chapter explores how to cultivate focus, maintain consistency, and combine the two for lasting success. Focus begins with clarity. You can't focus if you're unclear about what you're working toward. Take time to define your goals and priorities. Ask yourself, what is most important to me? What actions will bring me closer to my desired outcome? Clarity acts as a compass, guiding your focus toward what truly matters and helping you avoid distractions. One of the greatest enemies of focus is multitasking. Many people believe they can juggle multiple tasks at once, but research shows that multitasking actually reduces productivity and increases errors. Instead, practice single tasking. Give your full attention to one task at a time. This improves the quality of your work and helps you complete tasks more efficiently. Consistency starts with small, sustainable actions. It's better to commit to something you can do daily rather than setting an unrealistic goal that you can't maintain. For example, if your goal is to exercise, start with 10 minutes a day rather than an hour-long workout you might skip. Small, consistent efforts build momentum and create lasting habits. Focus requires eliminating distractions. In today's world of constant notifications and interruptions, staying focused can be challenging. Create an environment that supports your focus by turning off notifications, decluttering your workspace, and setting boundaries with others. When you protect your focus, you maximize your ability to get things done. Consistency thrives on routines. A solid routine eliminates the need to make constant decisions, freeing up mental energy for meaningful work. For example, having a morning routine that includes journaling, planning, or exercise creates structure and sets the tone for a productive day. Routines turn consistency into a habit. One way to strengthen focus is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to stay present and fully engaged with what you're doing. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the task at hand. Over time, mindfulness improves your ability to concentrate and reduces distractions. Consistency also requires accountability. Share your goals with someone who can encourage you and hold you accountable. Knowing that someone is tracking your progress can motivate you to stay consistent. Whether it's a mentor, friend, or coach, accountability adds a layer of commitment to your efforts. Focus and consistency both benefit from setting clear deadlines. Deadlines create urgency and help you prioritize your time. Without them, it's easy to procrastinate or lose sight of your goals. Break larger tasks into smaller steps and set deadlines for each one to maintain steady progress. Another way to improve focus is by managing your energy levels. It's hard to concentrate when you're tired or overwhelmed. Take care of your physical and mental health by getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and taking regular breaks. When your energy is high, your focus naturally improves. Consistency requires patience. Results take time, and it's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate progress. Remind yourself that every small action you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even if the results aren't visible yet. Patience helps you stay committed to the process. Focus and consistency are interconnected. The more focused you are, the easier it is to stay consistent. Similarly, consistency strengthens your focus by reinforcing habits and routines. Together, they create a positive cycle that keeps you moving forward, even when challenges arise. Overcoming setbacks is a key part of staying consistent. Everyone faces obstacles, but how you respond to them matters. Instead of letting setbacks derail your efforts, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Adjust your approach if needed, but keep showing up and taking action. Visualization can enhance both focus and consistency. Imagine yourself successfully completing a task or achieving a goal. Visualizing the end result keeps your focus sharp and motivates you to stay consistent. It reminds you of why you're putting in the effort and reinforces your commitment. Celebrate small wins to maintain consistency. Recognize and appreciate your progress, no matter how small. For example, completing a single chapter of a book you're writing is worth celebrating. Celebrations provide positive reinforcement and motivate you to keep going. Focus requires saying no to distractions and non-essential activities. It's easy to get pulled into tasks that don't align with your goals, but every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to your priorities. Practice setting boundaries and protecting your time for what truly matters. Consistency benefits from tracking your progress. Use tools like journals, apps, or planners to measure your efforts. Tracking keeps you accountable and helps you identify areas where you can improve. It also provides a visual reminder of how far you've come, which boosts motivation. A growth mindset is essential for cultivating focus and consistency. Understand that your abilities can improve with effort, and setbacks are opportunities to learn. This mindset keeps you focused on the process rather than the outcome, making it easier to stay consistent even when progress feels slow. Finally, focus and consistency are about commitment. When you commit to your goals and align your actions with your values, you create a foundation for long-term success. By focusing on what matters and showing up consistently, you'll build the habits, skills, and momentum needed to achieve your dreams. Remember, success isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things consistently. Chapter 9. Harnessing the Power of Habits. Habits are the foundation of your daily life. They are the small, repetitive actions you take automatically, often without realizing their impact. While bad habits can hinder your progress, good habits have the power to transform your life, helping you achieve your goals and build lasting success. This chapter explores the power of habits, how they shape your behavior, and how to develop habits that propel you toward your best self. The power of habits lies in their ability to automate positive behaviors. Habits eliminate the need for constant decision-making, freeing up mental energy for more important tasks. For example, brushing your teeth in the morning is a habit that requires no conscious thought, yet it contributes to your overall health. Similarly, good habits like exercising, journaling, or planning your day can become automatic routines that drive progress. Creating a habit starts with a cue. A cue is a trigger that prompts you to take action. For example, Setting your workout clothes out the night before can serve as a cue to exercise in the morning. Identifying and creating cues that support your desired habits makes it easier to stick to them consistently. Repetition is the key to building habits. The more often you perform a behavior, the more ingrained it becomes in your brain. Start small and repeat the action daily until it becomes second nature. For example, if you want to build a habit of reading, start with just 5 minutes a day. Consistent repetition is what turns actions into lasting habits. The reward is another essential component of habit formation. Your brain needs to associate the habit with a positive outcome to reinforce the behavior. For example, if you reward yourself with a relaxing moment after completing a task, your brain will associate the habit with pleasure. Over time, the habit itself becomes the reward. One of the most powerful aspects of habits is their cumulative effect. While a single action might seem small, repeated over time, it can lead to significant results. For example, saving a small amount of money each day might not seem impactful, but over a year it adds up to a substantial amount. Habits are the building blocks of long-term success. Breaking bad habits is just as important as building good ones. Identify the habits that are holding you back and replace them with more constructive behaviors. For example, if you have a habit of scrolling through social media instead of working, set limits on your phone usage and replace that time with focused productivity. Environment plays a critical role in shaping your habits. Surround yourself with cues that support positive behaviors and remove triggers for bad habits. For instance, if you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious snacks visible and remove junk food from your home. Your environment can either work for you or against you, so design it intentionally. Accountability can help you stay consistent with your habits. Share your goals with a trusted friend, family member, or coach who can encourage you and track your progress. Knowing that someone else is paying attention can motivate you to stay on track and follow through with your commitments. Start small when building new habits. It's tempting to make big changes all at once, but this approach often leads to burnout. Instead, focus on one habit at a time and build momentum gradually. For example, if your goal is to exercise, start with just a few minutes a day and increase the duration as the habit becomes established. Stacking habits is an effective way to build new routines. Habit stacking involves pairing a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you could add a habit of stretching right after. Linking habits together creates a chain of positive behaviors that reinforce each other. Patience is crucial when building habits. Habits take time to form, and progress might not be visible right away. Research suggests that it can take anywhere from 21 to 66 days to fully establish a habit, depending on the complexity of the behavior. Stay committed, even when the results aren't immediate. Habits thrive on consistency, not perfection. Missing a day or slipping up occasionally doesn't mean you've failed. What matters is getting back on track and maintaining your overall consistency. Avoid the all-or-nothing mindset and focus on progress instead of perfection. Visualization can strengthen your commitment to habits. Imagine the long-term benefits of maintaining the habit and how it will positively impact your life. For example, visualize yourself feeling healthier and more energized after months of consistent exercise. Visualization reinforces your motivation and helps you stay focused on your goals. Gratitude can also support habit formation. Reflect on how your new habits are improving your life and appreciate the progress you've made. Gratitude keeps you connected to the purpose behind your habits and encourages you to stay consistent. Habits are contagious, which means the people you spend time with can influence your behavior. Surround yourself with individuals who share similar goals or who already practice the habits you want to adopt. Being in a positive environment reinforces your commitment and makes it easier to stay consistent. Tracking your habits can help you stay accountable and motivated. Use a habit tracker, journal, or app to record your daily progress. Seeing your streaks and achievements visually can be incredibly motivating and give you a sense of accomplishment. Self-reflection is essential for understanding which habits are working and which need adjustment. Regularly evaluate your routines and ask yourself, is this habit helping me reach my goals? What can I improve? Reflection ensures that your habits remain aligned with your purpose and values. Habits create discipline, which in turn builds freedom. When positive behaviors become automatic, you free yourself from the mental energy of constant decision-making. For example, a habit of planning your day each morning eliminates the chaos of unstructured time and allows you to focus on meaningful work. Celebrate your wins along the way. Recognizing and rewarding yourself for sticking to a habit reinforces your commitment and keeps you motivated. Whether it's treating yourself to something small or simply reflecting on your progress, celebrations provide positive reinforcement for your efforts. Ultimately, habits are the foundation of lasting change. By harnessing the power of habits, you can create a life that aligns with your goals, values, and vision. Small, consistent actions have the power to transform your future, and every habit you build brings you one step closer to becoming your best self. Start small, stay consistent, and trust in the process, because your habits shape your destiny. Chapter 10. Owning Your Life. Taking ownership of your life is the ultimate key to personal growth and fulfillment. It means accepting full responsibility for your actions, decisions, and outcomes, rather than blaming others or external circumstances. When you own your life, you step into your power, take control of your destiny, and unlock your true potential. This chapter explores what it means to own your life and how to embrace this mindset for lasting success and happiness. Owning your life starts with self-awareness. To take responsibility for your life, you need to understand who you are, what you value, and what you want to achieve. Self-awareness helps you identify areas where you need to grow and empowers you to make intentional choices that align with your goals and values. A key aspect of owning your life is letting go of the victim mindset. While it's natural to feel frustrated or defeated when faced with challenges, blaming others or external factors for your circumstances only limits your power. Instead, focus on what you can control and take proactive steps to create the life you want. Taking ownership also means acknowledging your mistakes. Everyone makes errors, but owning them shows strength and maturity. When you accept responsibility for your actions, you can learn from your mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth. Blaming others only prevents you from learning and moving forward. One of the most empowering aspects of owning your life is realizing that you have the power to choose your response to any situation. Life will throw challenges your way, but how you respond determines the outcome. By choosing resilience, positivity, and action, you reclaim your power and steer your life in the direction you want. Owning your life requires setting clear boundaries. When you take responsibility for your life, you protect your time, energy, and priorities. This might mean saying no to things that don't align with your goals or stepping away from toxic relationships. Boundaries empower you to focus on what truly matters. Another critical element of owning your life is taking action. Dreams and goals remain ideas until you act on them. When you take consistent action toward your goals, you demonstrate that you're in control of your destiny. Ownership means taking charge of your progress rather than waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of owning your life. Discipline allows you to stay consistent with your efforts, even when motivation fades. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether or not you feel like it. Owning your life means committing to your growth and staying disciplined in your pursuit of success. Taking ownership also involves managing your mindset. Negative thoughts and self-doubt can hold you back, but you have the power to change your inner dialogue. Practice positive self-talk and focus on solutions rather than problems. A strong, growth-oriented mindset is essential for taking control of your life. Your habits play a significant role in owning your life. Positive habits create structure and consistency, while negative habits can hold you back. Reflect on your daily routines and ask yourself if they align with the life you want to create. Ownership means being intentional about your habits and making adjustments as needed. Gratitude is another powerful tool for owning your life. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. Gratitude helps you appreciate your progress, recognize your strengths, and maintain a positive outlook, even during challenging times. Taking ownership means embracing accountability. Share your goals and commitments with someone who can hold you accountable. Accountability keeps you motivated and ensures that you stay on track. It's easier to take responsibility for your actions when you have someone supporting and encouraging you. Owning your life also involves embracing change. Growth requires stepping outside your comfort zone and adapting to new situations. While change can be uncomfortable, it's often necessary for progress. By welcoming change, you demonstrate that you're willing to take risks and evolve into your best self. Another important aspect of ownership is learning to prioritize. With so many demands on your time and energy, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Focus on what truly matters and let go of distractions. When you prioritize effectively, you take control of your time and ensure that your efforts align with your goals. Owning your life requires building resilience. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but resilience allows you to bounce back stronger. Instead of letting obstacles derail you, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Resilience reinforces your ability to stay committed to your goals, no matter what comes your way. One of the most empowering aspects of owning your life is realizing that your worth isn't defined by external factors. Success, relationships, and possessions don't determine your value. When you own your life, you recognize that your worth comes from within, and you don't need validation from others to feel confident. Taking ownership means living with purpose. When you have a clear sense of your values and goals, your decisions become intentional and aligned. Purpose gives you direction and motivates you to take action every day. Owning your life means staying true to your purpose, even when the path is challenging. Forgiveness is an essential part of owning your life. Holding on to anger or resentment keeps you stuck in the past. When you forgive yourself and others, you free yourself to move forward. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It releases the burden of negativity and allows you to focus on growth. Self-care is another important element of ownership. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is your responsibility. When you prioritize self-care, you ensure that you have the energy and focus to pursue your goals and enjoy your life. Ownership means recognizing that your health is a priority. Finally, owning your life means celebrating your progress. Take time to acknowledge your achievements and reflect on how far you've come. Celebrating small wins reinforces your commitment and reminds you that you're capable of creating the life you want. Every step forward is proof of your ability to own your journey. In the end, owning your life is about taking full responsibility for your choices and outcomes. It's about stepping into your power, embracing accountability, and creating the future you want. By owning your life, you unlock your potential, overcome limitations, and build a life that reflects your values and dreams. The journey won't always be easy, but the rewards are worth it, because when you own your life, anything is possible. Excuses are the biggest barriers between you and the life you want. But as we've explored in No Excuses, Just Do It, taking action is the key to unlocking your true potential. Remember, success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from pushing past fear, embracing discipline, and showing up every single day. You have the power to take control of your life, no matter where you're starting from. Let this audiobook be your reminder that excuses are temporary, but the results of your actions can last a lifetime. Thank you for listening to No Excuses, Just Do It. If this inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Now, it's time to take what you've learned and put it into action, because your journey to success starts right now. Go make it happen.